Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1. Will presenting about the synthesizing text. Next, before that, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Rindu Taufik as a moderator in this presentation, and this is, this is our member. There is Nidia Pisar, is Fitriani, as Shakila Piandi. Okay, next. Okay, synthesizing. Will presenting by me. Synthesizing is looking for important ideas from a piece of writing and retelling it at a later time. Synthesizing is combining the information we already know with new information with a different version by changing or making our own mindset. Next step. The step will presented by Ria Espritriani. The time is yours.
Okay, next step. First, looking for important things or information such as themes, mind, idea, and etc. The second is looking for something related to the topic to be synthesized. Number three, writing conclusions. And the last, if you only read one book, then take the main idea and summarize or conclude. Think about what information you know that relates to the main idea. Draw conclusion between what you observe or think, and then combine it with the main idea that has been found earlier. Okay. Next, synthesizing articles is a crucial skill in psychology writing. Next, it is important for a number of reasons. It is efficient. There is no reason for the reader to read all the articles you describe since you are synthesizing them. It allows you to highlight what was important to you about those articles. Okay. Next, Hop.
Enough? Maybe enough?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Riz Mitrani, for presenting that. Then how to synthesis will presented by Shakila Arzakiandi. To Shakila, chance and time is ours. Are ours. That are yours. Sorry.
Okay, how to synthesize it? The next slide. Step 1. Organize your sources. After collecting the relevant literature, you have got a lot of information to work through and no clear idea of how it all fits together. Before you can start writing, you need to organize your notes in a way that allows you to see the relationships between sources. The next slide. Summary table. A summary table collects the key points of each source under consistent headings. This is a good approach if your sources tend to have a similar structure. For instance, if they are all empirical papers. Each row in the tables lists one source and each column identifies a specific part of the search. You can decide which headings to include based on what's most relevant to the literature you're dealing with. Source 1. Title, The effect of English language learning on creative thinking skills, a mixed methods case study. The aims of this mixed methods case study was to investigate whether English language learning would affect learners' creative thinking skills. It has roots in the quantitative ex post research study. Methodology, sequential explanatory mixed methods research design was used because the data was collected using quantitative methods, followed by qualitative methods, face-to-face interviewing. Design in questions is characterized by the collection and analysis of quantitative data. The literature review did not reveal any recent research studies on this topic. And the last conclusion, the literature review revealed a significant body of research studies that investigated link between the second language learning and cognitive skills, and a very limited number of studies that investigated the relationships between English language learning and creative thinking skills. The summary table gives you a quick an overview of the key points of each source. This allows you to group sources by relevant similarities as well as noticing important differences or contradictions in their findings. Okay, the next slide. Synthesis matrix. Synthesis matrix is useful when your sources are more varied in their purpose and structure. For example, when you are dealing with books and essays making various different arguments about a topic, each column in the table is one source. Each row is labeled with a specific concept, topic, or theme that recurs across all or most of the source. The purpose of the table is to identify the common points that connect the sources as well as identifying points where they diverge or disagree. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shakila. Music. Thank you for Shakila for presenting. Next is the step 3 and step 4. Will present by Nidia Pisa. To Nidia Pisa, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Step 2, outline your structure. Now, you should have a clear overview of the main connection and differences between the sources you have picked. Next, you need to decide how you will group them together in the order in which you will discuss them. For shorter papers, your outline can just identify the topic of each paragraph for longer papers. Define one five. There are a few different approaches you can take to help you set serious intention. If your sources cover a broad time period and you found patterns in how researchers approach the topic over time, you can organize your discussion chronologically. If the literature cover various different topics, you can organize thematically. If you are drawing on the pattern from this different sites or they use a wide variety of research methods, you can organize your resources methodologically. If your topic involves a debate between different schools of thought, you can organize it theoretically. Okay, next. I'm sorry for Leah. Please next slide. Okay. Step 3. Write paragraphs with topic sentences. What sets a synthesis apart from a summary is that it combines various sources. The easiest way to think about this is that each paragraph should discuss a few different sources, and you should be able to condense the overall point into one sentence. This is called a topic sentence, and it usually appears at the start of the paragraph. The topic sentence signals what the whole paragraph is about. Every sentence in the paragraph should be clearly related to it. Step 4. Step 4. Revise, edit, and proofread. Like any other field of academic writing, revision research doesn't happen all in one go. It means it involves redrafting, revising, editing, and proofreading your work. Whether you are revising, or other papers, you should make sure you can answer with all active questions. Okay, thank you.
Okay, there is all from us. Forgive me if there are any mistake or problems. There is all, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.